Hi, I'm Phil, and today I'm preparing for a new course on mechatronics that combines mechanical, electrical, and coding. And so what I'm going to do now is just explore the power functions of Lego. So what is it that I'm trying to achieve? I'm interested in using the devices that are on top. So I'm using the previous version of the Lego power function modules. So these have a different interface compared to the more recent ones. So I want a complete package that gives me the wiring and the coding and is interfaced to a microbit computer. So I can do code on the microbit, and it can do various power control functions on Lego models. And I want to see if I can find Makecode extensions that will do most of the work for me. So in a way, the microbit replaces the Lego handheld IR remote. The applications are in STEM education, and it makes learning about coding a little bit more fun. So the sort of hardware that I'll be using doesn't all come from Lego. So, but Lego provide battery boxes, the power functions IR receiver, the M version of the motor. That's the one I'll be using. But I can also get similar ones at a lot cheaper on AliExpress, and that there's some of the units that you can see are available as alternatives. Okay, so looking at the software, I was doing this work a couple of years ago, and the power functions only worked on version 0 of Makecode. But happily, it now works on version 2. And if we actually look at the project that I'm trying to achieve, you can see what it looks like on the desktop. So I'm actually using the a MOC version of the Lego 9368 kit. And in the manual that comes with that kit, there's a power car. But I've added the IR control. So the receiver for IR control is right on top. And I've also added some LED lights that go on the front of the car. And you can see what the control mechanism looks like. So there's the total package on the left, on the left, right. And I'm using the microbit. So it's version 2. And it goes onto a BitMaker and then onto a Grove IR Emitter module, which looks like this. So it emits, or it's the transmitter to the receiver on the power car. Okay, so let's have a look at what my objectives are. I want to modify the standard package or the standard project in the project kit, and it happens to be project 3 power car on page 10. And I want to add both a motor and LED lights. So my design, I'm going to use Lego techniques for the power functions, both the motor and the LED set. And for control, on the microbit, I'm going to use button A to go forward, button B to reverse, and the logo button will stop it. So for hardware-wise, we've got microbit, the Grove infrared emitter, and the Lego devices, the LED lights, the M motor, and the receiver. And you can see what the costs are if you buy these on eBay. So what does the software look like? So using Makecode and the extensions, our code is quite simple. We just initialize everything on startup, and you can see within the button A blocks and button B logo, and when you press button A plus B, you can see only a small amount of code is needed. And I'm getting some user interface updates on the microbit LED array. Okay, so it all worked quite nicely. Code-wise, I've tested it and it works. So what you might like to do is just have a look at the references and stay tuned so you can get a desktop demonstration. Okay, so for references, I've got plenty of mind maps on this because I started this a couple of years ago, and this is really an update. And what's interesting is that Lego themselves released the protocol for IR communications, and that's quite interesting because it allows you to develop your own code. But there are plenty of people who have actually done it. And you can go on the internet and get plenty of advice or buy the modules. And that's it for me. But stay tuned for a desktop update. This is the Lego 9686 power car. And it's based on the model in this manual, STEM 9686 manual. And on page 10, you just follow the instructions and build the basic car. So we've got, on the back of the motor, we've got the drive mechanism, which is a medium Lego compatible Techniques M motor. And it's got a very simple gear to the wheel. And normally it's just powered forward or reverse, depending on the position of the battery. But here I've added a couple of extras. One is the IR receiver, and we've got lights. So we've got, we can remotely control 2 channels using IR remote control. And the remote control's coming from the microbit on a BitMaker board, and that's connected to a Grove IR emitter. So the emitter sends out a code, and it can stop and start the unit. So if we want to start it, we just press button A. If we want to stop it, we press the logo button, and if we want to go reverse, we press button B. So what we might do is just go in reverse at the moment, then we'll stop. Then we'll go forward. And you can see the control now working with the mechanism and with the direction shown on the microbit LED array. And that's the power car driven remotely by a microbit and a Grove IR emitter.